We're starting Sefer Yitzirah. We're going to do one Mishnah. Each video is going to be one Mishnah, a lot of little pieces. This is the first parak and the first Mishnah in Sefer Yitzirah. Sefer Yitzirah has divided by chapters, and each chapter has paragraphs. The paragraphs are called Mishnah. So the first one says, "B'shloshim u'shtayim nesivos plias chachma," in 32 pathways. Shloshim u'shtayim is 32. Nesivos are pathways. Plias chachma, wondrous wisdom. Chakak Hashem Havaya Tzavokos Elohei Yisrael Elohim Chaim Melech Olam El Shaddai Rachum V'Chanun Ram V'Nisa Shochan Ad Morom V'Kodesh Shmo. These are all different names of Hashem. Uvara es olam b'shlosh sfarim b'sefer v'sipur. So Hashem here is saying that Hashem, simple understanding here, we're just going to try to stick also to the simple understanding of the Sefer Yitzirah, that that Hashem created the world with 32 pathways of wisdom, and with that He carved out the world, or in other senses, another way of reading this, He carved out the midas, the characteristics that He's going to use with dealing with the world. And it reads like this: with 32 nesivos plios chachma, with the 32 pathways of wisdom, which we're going to learn. The 32 is the 22 letters of the Aleph Beis, and the 10 spheres make up 32. These are going to be the methods that Hashem is going to carve out and create the world with. And one way of reading this is understanding that He's creating and carving out the character traits Himself that He's going to deal with us, and these character traits are symbolized in the names of Hashem. Then, when we say a name of Hashem, we're referring to a relationship, an association that we have with Hashem. So when we use a name that refers to kindness, we're referring to Hashem acting to us with kindness. Every name refers to an aspect or a role that He plays with us. That's what the names are. So here He's listing a lot of different names. Since the Sefer Yitzirah is not exactly describing what He wants with these different names and how He wants to, what He wants to teach us with it, why He's mentioning these specific names and not others, we're not going to get into it in detail. In some Sefarim, it seems that these names are referring to different pathways, from going top to down, bottom to top to bottom, and then bottom to top. And in other Sefarim, it refers to different aspects of. It seems to refer to different aspects of Hashem's character traits. So we're not going to explain exactly why these names are used. This is again different Sefarim, like Shari Ora, will describe each name and what they mean, what they're referring to, which sphere they're referring to, which aspect or midah. And with these midas, with these character traits that He has now created and formed for Himself using the 10 spheres and 22 letters of the Aleph Beis, He will create the world. He goes on, Uvara es olamo. B'sholosh sfarim, 3 aspects of the world. We're going to explain one. There are many explanations for this. It's a little ambiguous. A lot of things in this first Mishnah are ambiguous. There could have many interpretations. We're not going to get to. We're going to give one interpretation. We're going to go on later on. The Sefer itself describes very clear aspects and systems that doesn't seem to be elaborating on these aspects right here in this Mishnah. So He created the world with 3 aspects: Sefer, Sofer, and Sipur, which literally would be translated as Sefer, which means book. Sofer is to count, and Sipur is the story, so to speak. So there's the Sefer itself, the book. There's the amount. Here we'll say quality and quantity, and there's Sipur, which is the spiritual dimension. In other places, it's described as Olam, Shana, Nefesh, the 3 aspects of the world. There's world or space, 3 dimensions of space. We have Shana, which is time, which is counted, which is measurements, and we have which is change. Time is referring to change and difference, and Sipur is the spiritual dimension, which is like telling over the story itself. So these, again, we're not going to get into this so much. This is not really the main simple topic of the Sefer Yitzirah. So let's just recap. Hashem created the world with these 32 aspects, which we're going to see are the 10 spheres and the 22 letters. That's really what we should be taking out of this out of this. There is one very important thing, since I like in these videos to discuss as much as possible different, if there's possible, meditative aspects to this. One of the ideas here is that we see that Hashem was chakak. He carved out. The word chakak here means to carve out, and he carves out the names of Hashem from the space. One of the things that we need to do when we meditate, if we're going to be using the letters, as we're going to see later on, as a meditative technique, and we're going to be contemplating the aspects of these names and meditating with them. So we have to understand one of the things that we have to do is carve out. So sometimes there's different focuses that we do. One of the things that we do is we make space, simply by, very often, by going over and over and over a certain thought. More importantly, by pushing out other thoughts. When a person carves something out, he takes a block of wood and he carves out something. Really what he's doing is he's doing something negative. He's just removing certain pieces, and then automatically there's going to be something there. So when a person focuses on clearing his mind, which is a type of chakika, a type of carving out, he's carving out space in his mind to afterwards lift himself up. This is one of the very important steps that we're going to have to do in meditation, is to clear our minds, to do what's called chakika, to engrave space for our future meditations to come. This is something that's very important. I think that's noteworthy on this topic. So that's it for the first Mishnah. We'll see you with the next Mishnah.